Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Today I got over a dozen mods that I know you guys will download. Well, download at least a few of them. Some of them you might be a bit skeptical on, but overall all these mods deserve the chance to shine. And there are more mods I wish I could have put here, but time constraints unfortunately. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button down below and maybe subscribe to the channel if you're feeling generous today. Because it is free and you can get your money back at any time. But without further ado, let's dive right in. The first mod up today is the Serana replacer called Simply Serana. Coming with the simple and compatible Serana replacer that gives her a new face and new custom hair. If you install it, that is optional. But what's really great about this mod though is the options that it provides. There isn't just one choice for you to pick from and then you just go with that. There's about 3 choices for makeup and 3 choices for eyes, so you can mix and match with that, but her face will pretty much always look the same. Well, I mean, makeup can transform people. Like I said, it's a pretty simple replacer and it might have become my favorite because of how simple it is. And based on the downloads, a lot of people also love this replacer. But up next we're going to Blackreach for probably the most forgotten about NPC in the game of Skyrim, which are the Falmer servants, because they just got a new mod to expand on them, called Falmer Servant Lines Expansion. They are pretty rare to see in Skyrim and that's why they are so forgotten about. But this mod also has a patch in the optional files that adds more of them across Skyrim in places that make sense, not just everywhere. So you'll get to hear these lines more often. And here are a few lines that you could possibly be hearing when you install this mod.
Something is here that does not belong.
The Falmer will rise again!
So
Tender! We will feast on your corpse!
I'll tear the flesh from your bones. You belong to us now.
You will die this day. No! You will pay for that with your blood. Now you have sealed your fate. I will avenge you. No! Now you will suffer.
The next mod up is a very simple mod called ClickLight. This mod is for people who use console a lot like me. It lets you highlight whatever you click on so you'll never disable the wrong thing or wrong person again by mistake. Because then that means you have to reload a save and 9 times out of 10, you didn't save recently. A little cool thing about this mod though is it lets you change the color of the highlight, but because I have EMB, it isn't very noticeable. But now we have an environmental mod that I will be keeping in my list. This mod is called Diverse Windmill Sails. This mod uses base object swapper for compatibility reasons to replace windmill sails around Skyrim. And the best part is, because it uses base object swapper, it leaves whatever retexture or rematch for windmill you have alone. Like as you can see, mine is a little bit special. And the sails can range from damaged to fully repaired, just to add a bit more immersion to your game, because it's the subtle things that matter. Up next is a new armor mod called Rihad Swordsman Set, which is an armor set based on Elder Scrolls Arena I believe, since that is the only place the city exists. But this mod is a fully modular armor set that also comes with 3 different helmet types for you to choose from. Of course the first one is my favorite, but at least there's options for other people. And yes, this armor does come with its own custom sword and shield, just to complete the set, because it's always annoying finding matching pieces for a custom armor that doesn't come with it. But this mod comes with the complete set for you, so you can go have fun with it without struggling. Because not to mention, this mod also has SMP physics, which is kind of becoming a requirement for modders in 2024, myself included. But there is a little issue with the feet area, but I'm sure it'll be fixed soon, just like the other times. And up next is Spartacus Slave, coming with support for 3v8, but by the time this video comes out, I expect that there will be patches for all the other body types, as usual. This clothing mod is pretty modular and it can be very not safe for work depending on which pieces you equipped. The ones I have on is safe for work of course because this is YouTube, but there are 2 other versions that aren't safe for work. And because of that, if you have not safe for work blocked from your Nexus, this mod won't even load, and that's why I can link it. This next mod is one of my favorites of this list. This mod overhauls the Nightgate Inn with the cities of the north kind of look. This mod is called Nightgate Inn Revived. This mod overhauls the surrounding area of Nightgate Inn that leads to the entrance, and due to that it needs patches, which it already comes with when you're doing the installation, because as you can see I use cutting room floors, so this was pretty much a plug and play for me, and it should be for you also. But the exterior wasn't the only thing changed with this mod. The interior was changed so drastically, I couldn't even do it before and after like I wanted to. And honestly, I shouldn't have to either way with how new this interior looks now. I did have one small issue with the hanging rabbits stretching about 3 miles, but I'm sure that's a conflict with fluffy rabbits, so you shouldn't have that issue. Up next, we got a series of creature mods, with the first one being Troll Cubs. This mod, as you can see, adds small baby trolls to your Skyrim that are pretty friendly actually, and pretty cute, but in an ugly way. But alerting them will alert the mama troll and they will run to her for protection. I'm not entirely sure how their respawning works, but they are there automatically with the troll and will continue to run after the troll is killed. And if you're really evil, you can even kill them yourself and just get another troll fat. I guess the 2-for-1 is worth it though. Next up, we got a new mod taking us to Deepwood Redoubt for a summoning spell called Honi the Frost Atronach Cat. And I'll be honest, this cat is adorable until you look at his face, but I mean it's only so much you can do with a Frost Atronach. This summoning spell is permanent also, you can only dismiss this follower, but they will not disappear, and they will not help you when you fight either. They are simply there for emotional support, which I think is kind of fair because it is just a cat, you can't really expect more from it. In the last creature mod, unlike the previous two, this one will fight back and is very strong. This mod is called Lesser Daedroths, adding in 2 variants of these creatures that will spawn around dark and swamp like areas, kinda like Morthal. Both of them use melee attacks, but one of them has enchanted claws, and that's why you see the purple. I kind of thought it would throw something at me, but I was wrong. This mod also, on top of the new creatures, adds in spells for the said creatures to summon them to fight for you. But they are still Lesser Daedroths, so don't expect too much from them. Up next, we got a weapon mod, and I might just be keeping this weapon, even though it takes so long to obtain. But this mod is called Dragon Cleaver. This adds a dragon bone based weapon to Sovereign Guard for you to find before you fight Addon. I have the 4K version, but I believe the base download size is 2K. But I mean, just look at this great sword. It's how a dragon bone sword should look in my opinion. And if I'm being honest, I really didn't expect much from this mod to be honest, but once I saw it in game, it became an instant endorsement. Now we just need one more tiny mod to make this a replacer rather than a separate sword. But I guess then it wouldn't be too special. Moving on to the next mod with the tent replacer, which I apologize if I mispronounce. It's called Utenlands Nordic Tents. Let me know if I mispronounced that. I looked it up but I can't find anything for it. This mod replaces all tents in Skyrim with a new look that still reminds me of Skyrim, so I might just keep this one also. I'm keeping a lot of mods lately, but this mod also includes Khajiit tents, but there is an optional installation that lets you exclude the Khajiit caravans and just have regular camping tents replaced. Of course, this mod also comes with patches for mods that might conflict, but because this uses base object swapper, it should overwrite easily with no conflict, so it should be a plug and play. But don't quote me, sometimes you guys make things complicated. Up next, I decided to just give a shout out. This mod is called Dongo Giants. This replaces all giants in vanilla Skyrim with the giant from Game of Thrones. And I thought this would fit, just with the fact that most of us use Game of Thrones dragons in our Skyrim anyway. And I think this mod would be better as a custom follower. This is definitely a good start, especially with the way the beard moves. Up next is a mod called Burnham Banners, allowing for just a bit of fun in your Skyrim. This mod allows for you to run around and burn whatever banner you want and see, but this will give you a bounty for doing so, and I mean that does really make a lot of sense. Imagine some random dude walks into your home and just starts burning stuff for no reason. That's pretty much what Jarl Balgruuf is experiencing, but I do just have a feeling he'll get over it though. Up next is a new mod that has so much potential, I'm kinda sad it went under the radar. This mod is called Kyneticist Mage Gameplay. This mod makes it so whenever you learn an apprentice level spell, you can go to any forge and craft a great sword version of it that will let you cast the spell like a combo like fashion with MCO. It does scale with destruction and does start off pretty weak, but over time it can become pretty dangerous. This mod is very new and the animations for it are pretty basic, like sometimes you might get stuck in place when trying to dodge out of the animation. But the potential here is endless. Imagine the expansions this mod could have. Imagine the new animations this mod could have. This mod alone, once it gets expanded on, could make playing as a mage actually fun for me. But it is fairly new, so I'm not expecting too much right now, but I'm definitely going to be endorsing and hoping to see more in the future. That was pretty much it for today guys. Let me know what you thought down below in the comments and which mod was your favorite in this list. I actually enjoyed most of these mods to be honest, but either way, Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed more than 1 minute of this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, guys.